Hello! This video is about something very special we're learning in third grade. Let's see if you can figure it out. If you guessed cursive, that's right. In third grade, we get to learn cursive. But before we do that, there's a couple things I want to go over, and hopefully this will be helpful to you. Now at home, you may not have that paper that we have at school that has the big lines with the dotted line in the middle. Don't worry about that. So what I'd like you to do is get any kind of notebook paper. This is notebook paper because it has lines on it. And as you can see, it has holes. And what I'm going to have you do is use two lines instead of one line to practice. But wait a second, we're not going to start with cursive right off the bat. That would be a little too hard. What we're going to do is something called Danelian. And Danelian is a handwriting style that gets you ready for cursive. So when you have your notebook just like this, go ahead and pause the video and come back to me when you're ready. And then I'll ask you to get your notebook set up just like mine. So go get your notebook right now or a piece of lined paper and pause the video and be right back. All right, guys, thank you for pausing. Now, as you can see, this notebook paper has a red line on it. That's called the margin. If you look really closely on this side, you can see the margin that's on the other side of the paper. And these margins show people where to write. So generally speaking, when we use notebook paper, we're going to write on the middle part that's in between the margins. Also, this is called the title line. When we go to school and we do assignments, we're going to write our name at the top and then the date, and then this would be the title of the assignment that we're working on. Here are holes for your whole 3-ring binder, and then when we write, we always make sure the side and the holes are going to be on the left side. That way, when you put it in your binder, it's facing forward. Sometimes my students try to write on the back of the page, but then what goes to happen when you put it in your binder is the holes are on the wrong side and you need to punch holes, and it doesn't look very good. So for today, please make sure you have your margin here and the holes on the left side, okay? Here's what we're going to do first. Danelian is a style of writing where you have little tails on all of the letters. Tails as in a little part that comes off of it. When we do that, it gets us ready for cursive. So here's my name in cursive. Here is my name in Danelian. Can you see how there's little tails on there? That way when it's time for cursive, it'll be much easier to connect the letters, okay? Here's what I'd like you to do today. We are going to work on some Danelian letters. And the neat thing about Danelian, and my kids are always telling me, they're like, Mrs. Carson, you wrote that capital letter, it's in lowercase. Here's the thing with Danelian. This is an uppercase A in Danelian. Do you see how this is in the center? The line is in the middle. This is a lowercase a in Danelian. So it gets us ready for cursive because we're writing with little tails on it. So what I'd like you to do on your paper right now is you're going to make an A that is a capital that takes up both lines, 2 lines, with the center being cut in half by the middle line. So just take a couple minutes here, and we are going to practice our capital Danelian A's. Excuse me. And then, excuse me, try the lowercase a. The lowercase a takes up 1 line. The uppercase for this practice today, it's going to take up 2 lines. Once you have the B or the A's done, let's try the B. Well, that looks almost like normal. Do you see how I'm not picking up my pen though? I'm going straight down, back up, and then doing the B. So with Danelian, we're practicing for cursive by not lifting up our pen or pencil. Okay, let's try the lowercase. Again, I'm working on not picking up my pencil because sometimes I see kids doing this for a B. It looks right, but what I want you to practice today is not picking up your pen or pencil when you write. Did you see how I just did one B without moving my pen off the paper? So the lowercase b is also taking up 2 lines, but if you notice here, the B part, the little bubble part, is only 1 line. And our last try for today is the letter C. Same thing with the letter C. I'm not picking my pencil or pen off the paper. The capital C is going to be really big, taking up 2. But you might notice something different. In Danielian, we're going to have a little bit more of a curl. So here's my little curl. If I were writing normally, I wouldn't have a curl. So with Danielian, we're going to go out, around, and down. Out, around, and down. And I'm pushing my pen or your pencil. You're going to push it to make that shape. Notice how I'm above. I go around, but I'm not like this. I'm not doing this. Okay? Let's try a lowercase c. Again, there's my little curl. Going out, around, and down. Out, around, and down. Out, around, and down. Out, around, and down. So your job this morning is to, or today when you see this video, is to practice on a piece of lined paper. You're going to practice just like I did, and all I want to see is your A, B's, and C's. And I want them to match mine as much as possible. That means if you need to, you can rewatch this video. And what you're going to do when you're done is use your Chromebook to take a picture. And if you don't know how to do that, I'll explain how in another video. You'll use your Chromebook to take a picture, and then you'll post your picture on our Google Classroom stream so everybody can take a look at your work. All right, great job, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.